You're listening to the Geek Blues Podcast, the show that tunes you in and hypes you up on your favorite anime and games. Glad you could make it, Geek Bros and Bluesettes. And now, without further ado, here's Genbu and the Geek Blues crew with today's episode. So sit back and enjoy the ride. You're in good hands. And don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Geek Blues Podcast, the podcast that tunes you in and hypes you up on your favorite anime and games. I'm your host, Genbu, and today I got two guests with me. I got Acom here. What's up?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Acom, last time we had him on was our Fortnite episode.
It was.
That we had.
A little while ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. And we have a new guest on, Misa. How's it going?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
So today is a special bonus episode, all right? Why is it special? It's because we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1. All right, recently came out a couple days ago, and the second episode comes out tomorrow because today's Saturday over here in Jersey. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a little discussion on what we saw, how we felt about it, what to expect, and maybe we can get some good theories out of today's episode. And, we'll go from there.
Yeah, so I've always been, this is Misa, I've always been a big fan of Game of Thrones. I think I've watched every single episode, I want to say religiously, 4 or 5 times, over and over and over. When I watched Season 8, it was a big relief because it was all the characters coming back together all at once. It was kind of like a reunion. And it started off with pretty much Jon Snow and Daenerys coming back together, showing the new queen. But it was pretty much the North not accepting them, at least Daenerys. So it was a good transition into the ending episode. So that's what I took out of it. I don't know.
It was. I think it was a great way to. That reunion was definitely something that we were all waiting for.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
But before we get into everything, everyone, you can catch us at www.geekbluespodcast.com. All right, we are on all forms of social media, from Twitter to Instagram to Facebook. Join our Facebook group, the Geek Blues Anime and Gaming Roundtable. Catch us on there. We'll be doing some giveaways soon as well. We just had our Sekiro giveaway, and I got to give a shout out to Josh Harmon for winning that. All right, so we do give out prizes, and you do win them. So check us out. So, Game of Thrones, the reunion. When you saw Jon and Daenerys marching up with that army, with the Unsullied, how hype were you?
Man, I was super hype, honestly, because I love the action. End of season 7, was ended with some crazy action. The wall falling, the ice dragon now. So coming into that scene, seeing the army, I thought we were going to get right to it, honestly. I thought they were going to start fighting those White Walkers immediately. So I was pretty hyped. I mean, and it's, the premiere of season 8, so of course I was hyped for that too.
Right.
No, but I didn't think that they were gonna fight right away, just because there was so much backstory and so many unanswered questions. So I felt like it needed more of a transition into what is next to come. And I know the first episode was one of the shortest of the season.
Yeah.
So it was more of an informational.
Well, when I mean right to it, I mean like within that episode. It's an hour episode, so I know there's. First time Jon Snow seeing Arya, and he's seeing who else did he see? His little brother Bran.
Yeah.
So I knew they had to get the reunion talk, but at the same time I was looking forward to some sort of action.
Yeah, and but even though we didn't get much action in this episode, we did get some good. What's the word for tension?
Yeah,
tension.
It was like but for me it was like relief.
Like, no, when I say tension, I mean like between the characters.
Yes.
All right. Sansa and Daenerys.
Yes, that was a big one.
The look she gave Daenerys.
Yes, I don't think Jon was expecting that. I thought Jon was expecting them to be happily ever after. But as soon Sansa is not accepting of Daenerys at all, and I think that's gonna be a big plot for the episodes to come, where his sister and his lover is not coming together, seeing eye to eye on who's in power.
Yeah. Well, Jon's always been a little naive.
Yeah.
You know, he let his squad run game on him. You know,
When?
back in the back at the wall, the Night's
yes,
Watch.
yes.
They ran game on him. He just walked around after freeing those the free folk, the wildlings.
Yes.
He just walked around like no one had a problem with it, and then they ran game on him and
Grabbed him up.
So wait, how do you think Sansa's gonna take it when she finds out Jon Snow's true identity?
she's gonna listen. Sansa, she knows how to play the Game of Thrones now. All right.
Yes.
She was kind of forced that way.
Yeah.
I honestly think Littlefinger bred her into becoming what she is right now.
Yeah. So she's gonna take advantage of it. In a way, it's gonna benefit her family, not in a bad way. I don't think.
Okay, of course.
I think she might excommunicate him as the King of the North. You know, well now he's not even King of the North, but she might say he was never in a position to even make that call for the North to be under Daenerys. You know, rule.
Well, technically, he's the heir to the throne, so everything is under him now.
Very true.
But I don't think Jon Snow is gonna bring that information out until after the White Walkers and the battle. And if he does survive all that, I think that's when he's gonna bring it out. I think it's too much going on, and he's always mainly focused on let's get rid of pretty much the dead, and then we'll focus on who rules. He never wants to focus on hierarchy now.
Well,
So
who's to say that even makes it out of this? You know, Cersei's over there plotting to even
I don't know.
kill,
Cersei's
you know, the
bound to
Daenerys
die.
and them,
You know,
even if the White Walkers are attacking, I don't think she really cares. I think she's just trying to kill whoever she hates and die with it, honestly. Cause
Let's go to Cersei real quick. One thing I peeped, you know, because we know she's pregnant with Jaime's child, right? And Theon Greyjoy, right? He finally got to fuck the queen.
no,
No,
Theon is
No, not Theon. No, who's the dude? Fuck.
that's the Theon's the eunuch. Kid.
Yeah, the eunuch. Who's his uncle? Oh, the names always escape me. Well, why don't y'all Google that for me while I continue?
Yeah, I found it.
All right, thank you. So anyway, the Greyjoy dude, who's now in charge of Iron Fleet, finally gets to fuck Cersei. And after, you know, they have their playtime and everything, you know, he's like, I'm going to put a prince in your belly, right? Now, did you see that look she had after he told her that? She's going to tell him it's her baby. It's his baby.
Of course.
She's going to do that.
She always, I mean, all of her kids were always Jaime's, but she always pinned it on someone else. But honestly, I don't think that baby's ever going to even make it.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. If you
Euron. All right, his name's Euron?
if you even look, she had a prophecy on her where she's going to have 3 kids and all 3 kids are going to die, and then she's going to die in the hands of her little brother. So
That's right, I forgot about that.
So either it's up to Tyrion or Jaime.
Who
to
did
kill
you-
her.
Oldest? She's the oldest.
She was born
Yeah.
first. I mean, Jaime and her are twins, but she was the
born.
first one born. So I honestly feel like it's gonna be Jaime, just because of the whole revenge. And I think Tyrion already had at least the big roar of satisfaction in killing his father. I don't think he's gonna kill another Lannister. At least in my mind, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be Jaime, just to close out that whole relationship and just have him finally come to senses. Like, okay, I'm done with Cersei.
But we have someone else gunning for Cersei, too. We got Arya. She's getting that new weapon made.
Yes, but
What is that anyway?
I was trying
Bow and
to...
arrow sword.
Oh, yeah. It looked like something that shoots out.
Projectile sword weapon.
But she's the last. Cersei is the last on Arya's list.
She is very true.
So I'm like, all right. So is
well,
the
the
prophecy?
Hound, the Hound is still on Cersei. I mean, on Arya's list.
She did. She got
But,
her. She
yeah,
did.
I mean-
she did her thing with him though.
I know,
supposed
but
to
he's still on her list.
Yeah, but they have a special kind of relationship now. Because like when they reunited,
Of course, the relationship did
Yeah.
a whole 180.
when they reunited, you could tell she was expecting a different response from him, from the Hound.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like, you know, I see, you know, that's what kept you alive all these,
yes,
you know, this time.
definitely.
And he smiled, you know. So, but you know, I don't think he's on her list anymore.
No, not at all. I think they actually have love for each other, but it's like a weird kind of love.
Yeah.
Like, I hate you, but I will always be there for you.
Because she could have killed him when he fell from the cliff after Brienne knocked his ass off the cliff. Mm-hmm. She could have killed him right there.
Well, no, it also shows too, because I believe it was in season 7 when the Hound and Arya. Oh no, not season 7. I'm sorry, that was like season 6. The Hound and Arya went in a house, and a family were taking care of us, father and daughter. And then the Hound returns back to the house and finds that they were dead.
Yeah.
So he grew a heart for them and actually made a burial for them. So it showed like he's becoming more compassionate, especially when it comes to Arya. But I was very excited for Arya and Gendry's reunion.
Yeah.
They're ending up together. I have that pictured in my mind that them two are just gonna end up together.
They had those eyes looking at each other. He was like, "Yeah, you older now."
No.
Illegal now.
You're legal. No.
Ain't no R. Kelly in over here.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I honestly feel like there's gonna be like a bad ending for Arya.
You think so?
Only
I
because
think so too.
What was that little cult she was in? And
The god was the god of faces,
Faceless.
the faceless men.
the Faceless Men.
Faceless men. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like
That story's still untold.
only way
We
you
need
can
answers
get out
for that.
is if you know, like some sort of like dying almost. You know, like you're always in it. I believe that's.
I don't think she wants to leave it. She doesn't want to be a lady of a house. She doesn't want to be. She's not really involved in the family affairs. She's a warrior now. She just wants to do her own thing. She wants to travel the lands, the realms, and be who she wants to be an adventurer.
Definitely. I think that definitely needs to be answered
The
this
story
season.
was definitely untold.
Yeah, that story she just cannot leave. There has to be more to it on who no one is.
Like, how do you just
On the
get up and
faceless
leave?
man, who is he?
You know, and
I guess we got
What
read-
happened to him? So I really do hope they don't leave that out throughout the season.
Here's what's gonna happen. Either they're gonna say read the books, or they're gonna make a spin-off series or some kind.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know there's a spin-off coming, but it's going to be a prequel. So prior,
So maybe
before
they'll-
the Game of Thrones.
They might talk about him then. during that time,
Talking
yeah.
about the Rhaegon and the whole Targaryen dynasty.
If they
and
do
things
that,
like
if they do that, if they really do that spin-off series, I want to see more of Tywin the Lannister. Mm-hmm. That dude was a bad dude.
Oh, he was. He honestly was one of my favorite characters.
Pops.
Yeah, he didn't play no games. You know?
Yeah, he was definitely one of my favorites, just on his structure and how he ruled.
Mm-hmm.
But what was your most satisfying moment in the entire episode? What was something that happened that was like, yes?
For me, it was when Jon was riding the dragon.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the moments where I was like, all right, like I said, Jon's always been a little slow and naive.
Yeah.
Because
It's hard for him to catch things
Because
on.
it's been stated over the centuries that only Targaryens can ride dragons. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, the fact that he's not picking up on any of this until Samwell told him, But when he was riding that dragon, that was like a moment where I was like, all right, now I'm getting
Tyrion
like
saw him ride the
Yeah.
dragon.
You know what? But that also makes me kind of like we were talking about a little while ago, confirm that then Tyrion should be a Targaryen too, because the dragon didn't eat him when he was in the little tomb in the catacombs. If you think about it.
Yeah, I had a
And
conversation about that with somebody.
Tywin was always saying he doesn't, he can't confirm if that's his son. Anyway, he's always thinking he was a bastard's child, and also
That would be nice if they say it in there, but I don't think that's gonna be a main point in the season.
it wouldn't be a main point. But you notice that all the women who have children by Targaryens die. And
Like the mother's died.
Tyrion's mother died when she gave birth to him.
So did Lyanna
Lyanna
Stark.
So it's kind of like, what if that's
And Daenerys, her mother passed during birth as well.
So if we get a
there
little,
was 3 dragons too.
what do you mean?
There were 3 dragons and 3 Targaryens. So Daenerys, Jon Snow, which we know now, and I'm guessing like Tyrion could be another.
I know, but the other dragon ended up being
he's
it's
White
not
The
it's
Night
a White
Kings.
Walker, yeah. So now it's gonna be a battle against the dragons. I think one dragon's gonna die, and it's gonna be Drogon, and then the White Walker. I think he has Viserys,
Yeah,
and they're just gonna go into battle.
that's
from
gonna be
there.
an epic fight.
That is gonna be the turning point of the season, I believe.
Because I'm like these jokers got ice lances and
Yo,
shit.
that ice lance was crazy. My man threw it at like Mach speed and took a dragon over.
Because when let's do a little backpedal to that real quick. Season 7, last episode, when those dragons came, and dragons are wrecking house, and the Night King was just chilling on the horse,
That's it.
just watching like these motherfuckers.
Right.
He just hopped off grabbed that lance. In fact, didn't one of his boys hand him the
Yeah,
lance?
he handed it to him.
One of his boys handed him
Yes,
the
and
lance.
he tossed it.
Dropped off his horse. Or did he stay on the horse? I don't know. He didn't use his back foot or nothing. He just threw it all from the torso.
This Night King's a bad dude, yo.
That's what I'm like. How you gonna kill this guy, man?
Right?
No, but if you notice, he doesn't go into battle because if you kill him, you kill all White Walkers. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They all
So
die if you don't.
whoever turns, so let's say for example, I'm a White Walker and I
Mm-hmm.
turn 20 people into White Walkers. I killed them and turned them into who I am. If someone kills me, they also kill the 20 that I turned.
Yeah, and that happened, I believe, when they were out in the.
It happened, yes, in
No.
season 7. I believe it was the last episode.
You know what
as
that
well.
means, though, right?
If
That
they-
means that he's the best fighter.
Yeah, of course,
he-
but that's why
he-
he's not in the battlefield.
Because he
has
knows
all
if
the
he
armies
dies,
there.
it's all over.
That's it. Definitely.
So he's probably up, top tier, level 99, like boss status. Like, not even like,
You got all the cheats
yeah, all the cheats.
and the dragon.
I don't want to see that fight. I'm not ready for it. I know a lot of main characters are dying.
Yeah.
A
So who do you
lot.
think's gonna be the first to die? Who do you think? In
Honestly-
season 8.
I
Plus,
think
of the biggest characters,
Yeah.
I think Daenerys is going down. Man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I think Daenerys is dying in the hands of John.
Is she gonna be the first one though?
No,
or
definitely
among the
not.
first. Or probably like
We're talking about the White Walker battle, or
No, let's
Well,
talk
in
about
general,
like before
right?
yeah, in general. Who do you think is gonna die first?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say. Maybe. Oh.
I know Sansa's not dying because she made it through too much. This
I
time.
know.
No.
I was thinking that too.
I would be
Too
so
much.
mad.
She's definitely not dying. I think the Hound might go down though.
Yes, I think the Hound might die. I do.
see-
after
Wait, but he's
he-
gotta fight. He's gotta fight the
You gotta
Mountain
fight his
first.
brother,
Though.
yeah. I think after the White Walker fight, I think there's still going to be a battle between the King's Landing and now Daenerys Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's still like.
I don't think the
another
kingdom
battle
is going to
after.
Daenerys though. I think the episode they did a great way in opening and shifting because I think in season 7 and prior, everyone was so in love and willing for Daenerys to be queen of the entire 7 kingdoms. But opening season 8 and just seeing the welcoming that the North gave her, and then even Samuel when he told Jon about his heritage and explaining to him like, she killed my father and brother. You would never do that. You have mercy. And it's so slowly shifting in the sense of pinning her to be aggressive and the bad guy.
Right.
Where Jon is
I think she'd be a
empathetic.
better ruler though.
So I don't think so.
Yeah, come on.
No,
all right.
I don't think
Let's go
so.
back to what I said earlier.
I don't
How this
think
dude
so.
let his whole squad run game on him. All right, that would never happen to Daenerys.
She got duped by that fake rich guy. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, who?
The richest man before she got the Unsullied.
I know, but she paid him back.
His
She's
bank-
too,
yeah,
she's
his
too
bank was
aggressive.
empty. No, he was broke.
He was.
She's too aggressive. She's too Targaryen.
Yeah, but she did get it. But I don't think she. But she got out of that real quick though. I mean,
She's no.
She did.
Yeah, she's too Targaryen. She's
and
too
he wasn't her. He
aggressive.
wasn't her squad. I don't think she really trusted him to begin with.
Didn't she marry him? Wasn't she gonna marry
No,
him or something?
no.
I
not
don't
at
think
all.
so. I have to.
No, she
I have to
wasn't.
fact check
she
all
she
that.
was just believing in what he said, and then she ended up finding out he's the one that planned to steal her dragons.
Yeah. But the whole thing that happened with Jon Snow when he got that knife in the heart, that never would happen to Daenerys. I don't think. That's why I think she'd be a better ruler. She's a little aggressive. And
She's too aggressive.
and when Samuel, you know one thing I liked about her in this episode, she didn't beat around the bush when
flinch.
when Samuel talked about his father.
Yeah, she
and now
just
she
told
was like, look,
But
I gave your father
I
a
think that was
chance.
messed up though. Like after
No,
you thank him
even-
for saving, what's his name? The guy who's turned to the Rock. Her like.
Jordan.
Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Even though she thanks him for saving Jordan, and then she goes on to say, "Yeah, but I killed your dad and your brother." Like,
He brought it up though.
But no, even
he was-
even Tyrion said it when right before she was gonna kill Randall and Dick Tarly, he said it. He was like, "Listen, I think you should spare their lives. You just don't kill head of houses. You can put him in prison. You can lock him up. We could deal with that after the war, but you just don't go aggressively and just start killing people."
I agree that her one mistake with that scene was that she gave them an ultimatum.
No,
She shouldn't have done that. She should have. I'm saying Tyrion was right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and even when
Because-
she spoke with John about Sansa, and she was like,
if she doesn't,
listen, that there's gonna be
that's right.
there's gonna be like consequences. Yes, she didn't blatantly say it, but she hinted
I
to
remember
John.
that, yeah.
So
So
wait till she finds out she's not the heir to the throne. You know?
All right, let's go on that. What do you think is good? What's her reaction gonna be?
She's probably gonna think
not
she
gonna
got
believe it.
played or something like, you knew this whole time type of thing. You know?
I think she's gonna still try and go for that throne.
I think so. Also.
She's not gonna give it up because just like how Samuel said, you gave up. Sam told John, you gave up your kingdom.
Would you
For
think
the
she
unification of the realms. Do you think she would do that? Hell no, she ain't doing that.
No.
Nah, she's not doing that.
She's not going out without a fight, and it would be such a twist to see Jon Snow and Daenerys actually fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that you think that would be a possibility.
Man, so what if the dragons stick along with their?
No, I don't think the
You think
dragons
the
are surviving.
Are surviving?
No, I don't think so. I don't think dragons are surviving.
So all the dragons die by the end of the White Walker fight. Because I really do think there's going to be two battles. I think there's going to be a battle of the realm against the White Walkers, and then afterwards a battle for the Iron Throne, pretty much.
I think one dragon will survive in time for the Iron Throne battle against Cersei. You gotta have one dragon there.
Cersei, I don't think there's gonna be a battle. I honestly don't.
No, there's going to be.
With Cersei, no. I think
you don't
that
end it with the White Walkers. I mean, after that happens, unless Cersei dies, then there has to be another battle because there's no reason for her to make some sort of treaty with these people. She hates every single person in that North. Daenerys, she hates. She hates her little brother Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she hates Jaime, and he's on that side too. She doesn't.
she even
want
has
to live for
Bronn
anything.
trying to go after Jaime now and Tyrion.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna kill? Do you think
No,
he's gonna...
I don't think he's gonna do it.
That's his. I mean, he's.
Those
He
are his
loves the
boys,
gold.
but he likes the
mercenary.
gold though.
Yeah, he does.
He does,
But he's
but
pretty-
I don't think it's happening.
He's pretty devoted, I feel like, to like Jaime and I think he was with Tyrion for a while.
Yeah, he was a Tyrion. He was with both of them for quite a while.
So
He even saved Jaime.
He grew to like them.
Yeah, so
He saved Jaime when Jaime was trying to attack a dragon.
yeah, he
With
did.
the spear.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day,
I don't think
he's not gonna kill them.
No, not at all. No gold. No.
That's who I think's dying first. Jaime.
You think so?
I
No.
think Jaime's one of the bigger guys to die first.
Oh, actually, in the next episode, he goes on trial. Season 2. I mean, episode 2. I'm sorry.
Or they might chop his head off.
He goes
like
on
Ned.
trial.
They ain't chopping his head off yet.
Oh, he stabbed Ned in the leg, bro. You know,
Not even that. He
It was his boy that stabbed
It was his
Ned.
boy that stabbed him in the leg, but
He could have finished Ned right there, but he didn't.
he ran up on him out of nowhere. Ned was just I think he was trying to get to his wife or
He was.
He was just trying to run and tell somebody something. And Jaime just runs up on him and gangs him up. Now it's Jaime's turn. Let's go, Jaime. That's the first guy out.
No,
But
I don't think
at the
so.
end of the episode, we saw Bran, waiting for Jaime. Mm-hmm. But my
An
thing
old
is,
friend.
my thing with Bran and Jaime is, I think Bran is at a point with his powers. Like Bran at this point is all knowing. He's beyond everything that happened in the past. At that point.
No,
I don't
definitely.
think he's gonna care too
I
much
don't think-
about.
Yes, not at all.
Arya will, because she saw her dad get beheaded.
Oh yeah, Arya's
right in front
good.
of her.
Yeah, Arya.
You know,
But Jaime was never on her list though.
he wasn't, but I'm sure some people know he had something to do
I
with
don't
it.
know.
The
I don't
North-
think-
The North never forgets, you know?
The question is, do you think Bran will tell his siblings that Jaime pushed him off that tower?
I don't.
Do you
I
think he'll
think
keep it to himself?
I think Bran is accepting of it. Like that needed to happen for him to be where he's at right now.
Right.
I don't think he shows much emotions right
Tell you
now.
the truth, Bran is probably my least favorite character right now. He's like a
Yeah,
door
me
just
too.
sitting there. Like,
Adore.
why are you even here if you're not going to tell us what's going
No,
on?
don't hold on. I can't let you talk about Bran. Like he's like like I said. I think I might have said this while I was watching the episode with you two, or no, not with you two. It was with a friend of mine. I said Bran is the medieval Professor Xavier.
He is.
Okay.
Professor Xavier actually like goes into detail what he's trying to teach you. Bran just like gives you these parables and hidden haikus. You're like, what is going on, man?
But without,
I like Hodor better than him.
No.
He said one word.
without Bran, John wouldn't have known
John wouldn't have known what.
his true heritage.
No,
true
Samuel
heritage.
found out by reading.
I know.
I think
but-
it was a combination of
Yeah,
both.
it was. He found something, but Bran actually closed the seal on that.
Yeah.
And I don't think even when Samuel left the meeting with Daenerys, he didn't want to tell Jon.
Yeah.
And then Bran was like, "No, you have to go tell him now. Now is the time to do it." Which I wonder why now. What was the time? I'm surprised he didn't wait until after the White Walker battle.
Nah, it would have been a little messy then, I think. After all that hard work and after all that, then you bring in this new
king now.
Yeah.
Psych, it's not you. After she just rested her dragons and everything like that.
Because then she would really think something was going on, because now half her army's probably going to be dead by the time that battle's done.
Course.
So if he told her after that, or if they found out after all that,
That might be the last battle of Jon Snow versus Daenerys.
I think so. I do think so, but even the prophecy of the prince who was promised, I was telling you, I think last time you were here, the prophecy that the prince who was promised has to kill his loved one. So I do think one of them has, both of them can live at the end of this episode. One of them is dying.
what if they both die on some Romeo and Juliet bullshit?
And then Sansa will probably take over.
I
would be pissed.
I'd be mad that I invested 8 seasons
Right?
for that ending. Unless Tyrion became king. If Tyrion became king of the Iron Throne,
No.
I'd be cool with it.
No.
I would too, if he became
Tyrion-
king.
But he
He's a man.
can't. He can't. He even said it. He said that he was never meant to be king, but he's meant to be. He's meant to play politics, but he cannot be the face of a king.
Right.
That's not his role.
But if it happened, I wouldn't be mad.
Who would the throne even go to if some Romeo and Juliet shit got pulled off and Daenerys and Jon ended up both dying?
I think it would be divided. No, I don't think a whole kingdom would be given.
Yeah.
It would be
It would
divided.
just be
The North would
7
be,
kingdoms
Yeah.
all over again with the
and
lone
just
king.
everyone just fiend for themselves.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I do think Jon is gonna end up with a title. I do. I mean, that's just my theory, and I think there's not gonna be 7 kingdoms.
He's gonna have a
but
title,
one.
alright, a title on that tombstone.
I don't think so. You want your girl Daenerys to come through. I don't think Daenerys is surviving this season.
Daenerys is a G. Alright, she'll come through.
No, I don't think she's not surviving.
She burns jokers alive. Alright.
Oh my goodness.
She's got my vote.
With her, so
I am, but still.
You just want her to survive because that's your ideal girlfriend.
That's how
not
one of them
happening.
gonna die. Cersei's gonna trick one of them or act like she's helping and let the White Walker blindside somebody.
No, I think once the Lannisters show up without Cersei, they're automatically gonna see her as an enemy. I don't think that they think that
So
Cersei's
you
on their
think that
side
it's
now.
gonna be a fight of the Lannisters versus the Daenerys Kingdom before the White Walkers show up? Or
No,
they're
no.
fighting?
No, the White Walker.
No.
We saw in the episode 1, season 8, that the White Walkers are pretty much there.
Yeah, what he said, less than 24 hours?
Yeah, they're
They
right there.
killed
I
that
know.
little Lord Umber.
Umber, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know what? Who sent that little boy out there by himself?
Sansa.
Yeah.
She needs to. What?
I mean,
As
she
a
didn't
young
know.
man against
Well,
thousands.
he's a lord.
I don't
But he
care.
had his group with them. They all got killed though.
Bro, a
But-
group versus 1,000 foot soldiers and a dragon.
But he didn't know.
Yeah.
They
Let me tell you
shouldn't
something.
know.
well, they knew the wall
They
got
knew the
torn
wall
down.
they knew the wall was down.
But they don't know how far.
That's
along
all I need
with
to
it.
know. I'm going the opposite direction.
Yeah, I definitely would have. Yeah, Acom has got a point. I definitely wouldn't have been up there if I was. Yeah.
Even when I heard it, I'm like, wait, what? Why are they sending this man? You'll get as many horses as you need. This man needs an army. He's going against an army and a dragon to save a village. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the village, it's over for them. It was,
Yeah.
I'm the lord of that village, but y'all should have came with me when I came this way. You know? Like we can't both die. I'll remember y'all. You know? They put him on the wall and put arms and legs all around
That's
him.
some creepy shit.
Yeah,
That's their symbol.
Just to keep him alive and then scare people when they saw when they see him.
A little side note. How funny was it when the one group, the Night's Watch group, one going to the tunnels, and then Tormund's group, and Tormund's group going, and then they face each other, and they're like, he's got blue eyes.
Oh yes, that was like a comic relief.
I've always
It was
had
so
blue
good.
eyes.
Oh, that was such a comic relief. It was so good. I actually I think one of my favorite parts as well was when Sansa and Tyrion came back together. I mean, last
Yeah.
time they were together in the same room was
Yeah.
season 4
Yep.
at Joffrey's wedding. So I think that was a good.
It was also another scene that showed how smart Sansa was.
She's very yes.
Where he was like, my sister is gonna join forces with us, and she was like, I used to think you were the most clever man in the world.
Most cleverest man in the world. She really.
Sansa saw a lot, you know, and
She
went through
changed.
a whole lot.
I used to hate her. I couldn't stand her as a character, and now I come to love her.
That's because I think she was always a
grew up-
victim.
Yeah.
And every single, like, Arya, the little sister, she was a victim for a lot of time period, but she became a warrior. Like, she just started kicking out. Jon Snow, of course, always been kicking out.
Yeah.
Even Bran, I mean, he just, even though, like I say, he's a door, my man got some powers. He's, like, figuring out how to beat the White Walkers. Like, this man's probably the key to victory, honestly, you know?
Yep.
But Sansa just kind of got dragged through a whole lot of...
By the ankles, dragged
yeah,
her.
just like a whole lot of drama.
But she
The
put
worst-
herself in that predicament.
Not really.
She was
Littlefinger
dying.
kind of set her up a couple
Yo,
Well,
times.
yeah.
no, I mean since the beginning, since season 1, she was
liked
dying to go
With Joffrey.
to King's Landing. She's like,
But
this
she was
is
a
the
child
life
with
for me.
dreams. You know, she was
She
like
wanted to be the
14
queen,
with
yeah.
dreams. You know.
Yeah.
Become the queen of the realm, pretty much, all the 7 kingdoms, you know. It sounded good until she figured out Joffrey was crazy. And then she got passed over to Tyrion. And then she got kidnapped by Littlefinger or something like that. I don't know how that happened.
And then passed off to Ramsay Bolton.
Yes.
And then Ramsay Bolton over here going crazy, kills her brother. You know, like she was just
Oh
dragged through the
man.
mud, man.
Game of
Is she-
Thrones. They can't keep pulling my heart like this.
Is Sansa pregnant with the
No.
Bolton? Okay.
No. No.
No.
That's like
Imagine, though.
season 6. There. Yeah, it's been.
Wasn't he trying to have a kid though?
No, he wasn't.
No.
Not
No, he
fucking
probably
heck.
probably wanted a kid to
crazy. He
solidify
was
his
crazy as cat shit.
that was insane. But he probably wanted a kid to solidify his throne in the north.
But anyway, so moving on, we're all coming close to time. But before we go, all right, before we end things up, I have a question to ask you guys real quick. All right, so let's say you're in Game of Thrones, all right? Let's put ourselves in Game of Thrones world, all right?
Okay.
Who would what kingdom would you rather be in to fight for? There's 7 kingdoms. Which one would you find the most appealing to live in and to be a part of all 7 kingdoms?
What was the one with the lady warriors?
Dawn.
Dawn. Was that Dawn?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd be over there.
that's why. Yeah, me too.
That's like the safest bet.
Yeah.
But I do like the north. I like the north because
Too
they
cold.
stick together. I mean, it's too cold.
Way
I'm
too
not
cold.
thinking about weather. I'm thinking about the loyalty. They're very loyal to the north.
Yeah,
So I feel like no matter what happens, you will always have the north behind
Right.
on your side. So
I mean, if you have the
I-
north, then you have the
the heart of the
Yeah.
kingdoms, yes.
But as the North, you forget that wall. You had to protect that
Yeah,
wall.
that's part of the
Whatever's on
duties.
it. We saw giants over there. We saw, like Bigfoot and whatever
Everything.
Loch Ness monster on the other side of the wall. We don't know what else they have, you know.
Wildlings, yes. But that's what is it called? The
Night's Watch.
the Night's Watch. That's the
imagine getting
reason
sent over there to be a part. I'd be like, I'm fucking deserting. they put a bounty on my head.
Yeah.
It's either you go in prison or you go to the wall. Like, man, I'll be in prison.
It's not even prison for them. It's like death.
But yeah, that's
Death
what
or
they-
wall.
Just up there freezing, being up there on top of that wall, just looking, just shaking. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely choose Dawn. I definitely wouldn't want to go to the House of the Rose, the Tyrells. They soft.
Yeah, Tyrell.
They died.
Yeah,
that
they-
whole, that
they
whole
were
house
soft.
is gone.
Even though the grandmother she was a G.
Oh yeah, she was.
was the only
Olena,
one.
Lady Olena. Yeah.
She was real.
She was the
knew what
only
going on.
one.
She had everybody
Mm-hmm.
on the string.
All right, so everyone, that pretty much wraps up our episode. I want to thank Acom and Misa for joining me today on our Game of Thrones special. This is
For having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
by the way, when this is part 1 of our Game of Thrones discussion for season 8, the final season. We're definitely gonna have a finale discussion. All right, we might do something in the middle,
I think you should.
You should do something after the big battle.
like after like a part 1, 2, and 3.
Well, there's 8 episodes.
Right.
I think by like episode 5, you should probably have
Another one?
Another one season.
Especially if the episodes are like an hour and a half, 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Some juicy things going on.
All right, so this is part 1 of our Game of Thrones discussion. There will be a part 2 and a part 3, okay? And part 3 will have Topic Thunder joining, and she was in our Incredibles 2 discussion. I know a lot of you guys liked her based on the comments and everything, so we'll have her back for that final discussion. But until then, all right, it's Genbu here, and don't forget we're on www.geekbluespodcast.com. I almost forgot the name of our own website for a second. I'm so tired. So we're on all forms of social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can catch Acom, actually. He does a lot of streaming. Where can they find you at, Acom?
On twitch.tv, it's Killmonger without an I. So KLLMONGER. A lot of Fortnite, some Apex, check me out.
All right, definitely, guys, give him a look at. He's got some skills. All right. And that being said, I'm pretty much done. You guys want to have any last second comments you want to give, or any love you want to give to the listeners?
I mean, thank you guys for having me. It was very exciting. We're just all sitting on the edge of our seats for season 8, so hopefully it turns out the way I wanted it to.
And hey, Mark, remember who said it first? Jamie Lannister is dead by this second podcast, part 2. I'm calling it.
No, he's not dying.
We'll see. All right, everyone, have a good day and peace out.